Praise the Lord. Okay, so a night around the world. When God told me about, when I got asked to do this event and I spoke to God, I was wondering, what am I going to speak about? And then he said, speak about my world. Speak about the pain, speak about the suffering that people are going through daily. Speak about the racism, speak about the terrorism, speak about even slavery. You know, modern day slavery still goes on. I was at an event this weekend and I found out 45.8 million slaves are being trafficked around the world right now, and that's the highest it's ever been. But did we even know that 45.8 million lives are being changed? 45.8 million destinies are being changed. 45.8 million plans, lives, family. And what we do. I'm not saying that we can affect each and every single one, but we have the ability to make change happen. And there's little problems happening each and every single day individually. How many of us suffer with mental health issues? How many of us are struggling with friendships? How many of us are struggling within our communities? Right in my house, one of my friends, his boy from primary school got stabbed recently. Right on our doorstep. But what we do? See, sometimes in life we take L's, but it's about how we bounce back, and we may need to isolate ourselves and take a step back. Because minor setbacks set up major comebacks, and my Saviour is my sat-nav as He steers me down the right track. Sometimes in life we need to step back and backtrack and have a flashback and see what life used to be like, so we can observe the contrast. But I'm not going to throw it back because it's not Thursday or spend time dwelling on my past. I'm going to go to my roots. Adrian John. I'm still confused by my name because I know my ancestors were enslaved, they were captured, they were held captive, they were whipped and they were chained. And since then, nothing's ever been the same. Sometimes I wish I could pick the world up and drop it like Lil Wayne, but people need to realize how to love. Like Kevin Hart, the white people are still laughing at our pain. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? We're meant to be kings and queens, walking in authority. We're supposed to be the chosen generation, the light of the world, but I can't even see the separation. Look at the youth and look at their minds. They're young, they're spiritually blind, and they're not blinded by His grace. They're blinded by the human race. They're blinded by 50 Shades of Black. That's just a different race, just like Donald Trump and North Korea. Now we're fearful about World War III when the only three we should really care about is the Holy Trinity. Don't you see? Don't you see the people on the road? Don't you see your young brothers? They're blinded. Everyone wants to be an eloquent driller, not realizing that their life, they're living, they're eloquent sinners, not feeding on the word of God, that's an eloquent dinner, and understanding there's victory in Christ, we are all eloquent winners. But they've seen their boys dying, getting stabbed and shot, dying in different ways. They're dying in different ways, and now a retaliation happens, another black kid dead on the road, that's just a different day. Another mother on the news, she's heartbroken, she has nothing to say. And her husband in pieces, and he's still got a funeral to pay when God already paid the price. So we're going to protest and not witness progress, and realize that the wisdom comes from Proverbs, and that it's a process, and that we have to be patient. We have to be patient, wait for God's time, because He's the one that is ancient. Wait for the Spirit to move the road, because the only way this can change is through His fragrance. Not Armani, but God's army. Not Invictus, but we are going to be victorious. Not 1 million, but like the lost sheep, God saved the 1 in the million. God saved the 1 in a million. It doesn't matter if you're disabled, white, black, or Brazilian, or British. When God was on the cross, one of His last sentences was, "It is